Good morning. I've watched multiple interviews online where women have been interviewed, most often by men, but sometimes by other women. And they're asked about their priorities, what they're searching for, and how they rate themselves. And these are always interesting. It's interesting because there's such a variety of women that are being interviewed like this, and their appearances, their ages, their physical specifications, height, their size, the care for themselves, the number of tattoos, the number of piercings, the way they dress, the way some of them do their hair or don't do their hair. But anyway, the point is that the women all have similar answers. It's like they've all been programmed the same. It's rare. Sometimes you see one that comes out with something different, something new, and it's so refreshing. But the majority of them have been implemented with the exact same software, and they give the very, very similar answers. First of all, they always rate themselves as 10s. 10 out of a scale of 10. And they say it's because they are a 10, because they are the best, they are worth it, and they have confidence and everything. Now, we know this is not true. This is just something that they're doing for the camera. Some people do have an extraordinary amount of confidence. Some people do have too much confidence. We've seen that in our lives. But the thing is, everybody can't be a 10. Then you totally destroy the scale. And these ladies know they aren't 10s, but they say it anyway. Some of them might believe it, but they all say it. The other thing is that when the interviewer asks them what type of man they want, it's always the tall guy, the young guy, the rich guy. That's it. They want the guy that has all the money, huge amount of income. And normally, well, let's not get into that right now. But they want these top-level guys, young and rich, which is a odd combination, or it's an unusual combination. Younger guys that have that extraordinary amount of wealth have usually obtained it from their family, not from anything they've done. They haven't created it. They haven't built it. They've just inherited it. So guys that have built something or built multiple things, built companies, saved, invested, done things, succeeded, then they're going to be a little bit older because it takes time to do these things. But the women always want the top tier guys. It doesn't matter where the women fall on the tier. Honestly, where they fall, not where they self-rate themselves. And then another thing they're often asked is, what makes you a prime candidate for these top tier gentlemen? And this is where they stumble. And they say that things that like, I'm loyal, I'm me, I'm sexy, I will give him everything he wants. But you haven't had any experience with these gentlemen, and you don't know what they want and what they require. And when these ladies are challenged, like, what do you bring to the table? They always get furious. And they get furious because they don't have any real answers. They don't have any legitimate responses. They can't put into words anything that would equate to value. And whenever you're looking at a relationship, whether you're a guy or a gal, you're going to be looking for someone, you should be looking for someone that complements you, that adds value to you. You certainly don't want to take someone that is going to be a burden. You don't want to take someone with extraordinary baggage, excessive debt, with bad habits, with criminal history, with drug addictions, with mental health problems, with any extraordinary health problems. It's just you're taking on more responsibility for something that you don't have to, that's not necessary. This is not what people look for in partners. And that goes for both sides, men and women. They won't want to take on problems or projects. Well, sometimes they might want to take on projects. You get these people that think they can change things. That goes from the female side and the male side. But taking on projects and hoping to change someone, that's for a different time. But back on point, where these ladies are asked to identify the value they bring, what puts them on a scale that they can attract and get the attention of these top tier gentlemen and lock them down in marriage and make them happy, satisfy them. And the ladies have not been trained for this. They've lived their lives being told that they are princesses and they deserve this and they deserve that. There is no such thing as earning something. There's no such thing as putting in work for it. People don't look at that these days. People want to get it. They like the idea of fairness, equality, and deserve. This is what I deserve. I deserve to have a top tier guy. You know what? Maybe you do. But most likely you don't. Because all these ladies are saying the same thing. And all of these ladies cannot obtain the top 1 to 5% gentlemen of us out there. It's just not possible. I mean, statistically, it's not possible. And when these ladies are asked to talk about their value, what they offer, what they bring to it, it always comes down to they bring themselves. They bring their body, their femininity, their beauty, their sexuality. And many times, they often will admit that they bring debt and they bring children with multiple baby daddies. And they don't have careers, or they don't have careers that would, oh boy, like you've got some of these online sex workers that make a crazy amount of money, if you believe everything they tell you. But that's not something that an exceptional man is going to want to take on. There would not be a problem for me to accept a woman who is an entrepreneur, who has a job, who has a career. I wouldn't mind that at all. If I get me a nice, smart, motivated young girl who is a go-getter, she's got ideas, I would want to be her biggest cheerleader. I would want to support her. And I mean, and support her in her endeavors. I don't mean just give her money, but if she's legitimately got good business sense and great creativity and strong work ethics, I would want to be an investor in her business, be a partner. And this just goes as someone in my position who might be looking for a successful investment. That's on the financial side. And if it pairs up with some sort of ongoing relationship, that's fine as well. But the thing is, these ladies aren't, most of them, and the ones that get themselves in front of the camera in these situations, they have built very little. They've done very little in the way of improving their minds, improving their fitness, improving their finance, learning things such as budgeting, learning things such as investing, making smart decisions, and taking care of themselves with the idea of becoming the type of woman that would genuinely attract and be able to attain one of the top level gentlemen. And so you guys have probably seen this as well. If not, it's easy enough to find. If you look around on some of these men's channels, it's extraordinary. And the main thing about this is they're not trying to belittle the women and embarrass them. It is happening. That's the result. But they're trying to shake them out of this bubble and bring them into reality. Until the bubble is popped and the veil is removed and people truly see reality. The women truly see reality for what they're doing. This feminist movement, this overt and overly sexualization of minors and young people, and these young girls in their teens and 20s getting these extraordinary body counts, and then thinking that by the time they're 25, 27, 29, that they're going to be able to attain and retain one of us top level gentlemen. It's just not reality. And that's what they need to find. I'm not a woman hater. I'm an opulent gynephile. That's what I call myself. OG. I'm the OG, the opulent gynephile. Yes. And I like women. I'm attracted to women. But I'd like to see women do better. So I hope you guys can understand. I hope you'll agree. Let me know what you think. Look forward to it. See you later. Oink, oink.